Hello, hello. I'm gonna, minimize this so I don't have to look at myself. Minimize me. Hello. So, it's been about a week. I had a good friend, Mr. Daniel Bird. He messaged me on Facebook. He's like, hey, I found your blog. I liked your video. You should keep doing it. I'm like, yeah, I should. I kind of stopped just for a few days and things kind of got out of hand, and then I kind of slipped back into that whole, like, who are you to be putting your voice out into the universe? Like, who are you to be talking about things? Like, think people care about your opinion on shit? Like, brr, brr, brr. But, so that was really nice to get that feedback and that kind of pep, and also to remind myself that it's not about whether or not, I'm really doing this for myself. Like, it's really not about whether I have an audience. It's just doing this. He also said that maybe I don't even worry about editing, that the straightforward, seamless video is where it's at. And that's kind of what I thought. That's what my initial plan was to do. And then I was like, well, I just want to teach myself video editing. So that kind of fell into it. But I'm thinking I might do that, kind of make it a vlog, a video blog, like just a diary, a video diary. So here I am. I have my little deal-a-ma-jigs. I want to talk about two main topics. We'll see if I can get that in, because I need to go here in like 20-ish minutes, which means I want to rewatch it, which means I don't want to go over 10 minutes. Math. Okay, so I've been back. I've been back for, has it been 3 weeks now? It's also been 3 weeks. In a couple days it'll be 3 weeks. My first week I was kicking ass and taking names. My second week I was just like, okay, this is feeling weird, but you got this, girl. And around about a few days ago, it's like 2 days ago, I started feeling anxious. Just about fucking life in general. And the cool thing was that now, even though I have been feeling kind of weird for the past few days about a few things, multiple things, it's not as heavy on my heart as it used to be. I used to have this notion that, like, happiness was a mountain, and no, happiness was the peak of a mountain, and our goal is to, like, walk up this mountain, fucking get to the summit and chill there for the rest of our lives, like set up shop, like make a fucking fabric store and make some flags or whatever. But now I've really come to accept the fact that it's a wave, man. It's a little sine curve, shit gets good, and then shit gets bad, and then shit gets good again. And I knew that inherently growing up, like as an early teen, a late teen. But a lot of things kind of left my psyche when I went through those 2 years, between 2 or 3 years between 18, 21-ish, when, if you want to read about it, it's, I might post that actually on my blog, but I can't get into it right now, but it was bad. It was bad. It was not a fun few years. And from those times when I lost a lot of my life and a lot of myself, I've been so committed to getting better and reclaiming my life, reclaiming myself, that I told myself, if you work, you'll be happy, and then you'll be able to stay there. And now I'm kind of back to where I was in before the shitstorm hit, of knowing that you can get sad, and that's okay, and life goes on, and it'll get better. I think I've also come to terms with the fact that relationships ebb and flow, not only with your the amount of time you spend with people, but also sometimes we get pissed off at people, sometimes we get angry with people. Da 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 da. I think I was just such a perfectionist. Like my perfectionism honed in once that cloud was lifted around 21. I needed everything to be good and wonderful and on point all the time. And now it's okay. Like I started a new job and I fucking love all my coworkers. I fucking adore them all. I absolutely love them. The other day I was walking home and I just thought to myself, like, at one point, some of these people are probably going to be mad at me for whatever reason. And I might be mad at them for whatever reason. And that's fucking okay. And we'll get over it and then yada yada yada, and that's fine. And that was like so huge for me. Oh my god. This is cheesy as fuck. I'm starting to well up. That was like huge for me because I had it like ingrained in my head that, especially with relationships with other people, that they needed to stay perfect. And at any time when someone was angry with me or frustrated with me, it was like this weird amalgamation of a heart was splitting into separate gravy clouds, and like I couldn't focus on anything, like with my love life, but also my friend life. And and now, you know, I'll still experience that hurt when those times come. I know I will. But I think now that I've kind of accepted that they might possibly happen in the future, and that's okay. Like the flotation device, what do you call it? The inner tube has like loosened, you know, took some air out of the inner tube surrounding my gut. What else was I was trying to say? I don't think that's not what I intended to fucking say at all. Nope, none of that. What time is it? Okay, I have like 4 minutes. Well, here we go. Okay, what I really intended to talk about was, so one of my uber heroines, I love her, Amy Poehler. I've read her book a bajillion times. What is her book? What is it called? Yes, Please. Duh. Yes, Please. So I've read Yes, Please 3 or 4 times now. It came out like in November. What? I'm not obsessed. She has like huge quotes throughout the thing. It's a really cool way the book is set up. It's like those little like scrapbookiness in there. And anyway, on one of the pages, like you flip over and it's like, whoosh, and then just like a quote, you know, by her, like her idea, Amy Poehler quote. And one of them is, people are not medicine. And I fucking love that. People are not medicine. The beautiful thing about traveling, your prescription cannot be filled, yo. Like, you got you and you alone. You become strong as shit. I think that's how, since I didn't have people as medicine, I needed to use myself as medicine. I needed to find coping skills. And I think that's kind of where I found solace in the sine cosine curve of life, you know? This is me going on a tangent. Oh, math jokes. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? People are not medicine, right? People are not medicine. So I came back and I was still kind of on that kick, like aware that I had made that discovery, aware that I wanted to continue with that knowledge. And so sometimes things would happen, like when I was traveling to Kansas, and like right when I got back from the first week or two I got back from Kansas, things would happen that would stress me out, and I did my jam. I did my thing. Like I took a breath, I acknowledged it, I sat in it. I honestly, the craziest part is usually just acknowledging that things are difficult. Oh, there's someone in there. Hello. Just acknowledging that something's difficult and that it's hard usually lessens the pain, you know? Like just by saying, this fucking elephant sitting on my face hurts, it hurts less. So yeah, so I did that, talking about the fucking elephant sitting on my face and shit. And that sounds kind of dirty. Okay. And so this past week I've started noticing myself popping people pills, you know, like I feel an inkling of, oh, call someone. I feel an inkling of this. Oh, let's go hang out. I feel and that's healthy sometimes. But I really think step one should always be breathing and centering, breathing, sitting, acknowledging the shit, right? Because it's really easy, especially with fucking phones. Oh my God, it's like a knee-jerk reaction, like, oops, something's uncomfortable, let me grab it. Like, okay, I lost my fucking cell phone like 3 weeks before I came back to Kansas. So I was in Guatemala. I had like a week and a half. No, I don't know the timeline. I had like a week and a half left in Guatemala. Then I went to Costa Rica. So I flew from Guatemala to Costa Rica without a cell phone. I was in Costa Rica for a few days without a cell phone. I flew from Costa Rica to LA without a cell phone. I was in LA for a week without a cell phone. I flew from LA to Kansas without a cell phone. I was trying to think of something clever to say, like without a soul, without a tote bag. But there you go. There it is. The punchline is somewhere floating around the ether. I'll come back to it later. I'll fucking think of it tonight, 10 o'clock. Oh, without this, yeah. So traveling is stressful. Yeah, traveling is awesome, but traveling is stressful. So I was doing a lot of boom, 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 traveling right after another, all without a phone. Yeah, it's scary for many reasons. Like I didn't have maps. I didn't have access to my email. I didn't have access to my tickets, like blah, 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 other shit. But the real thing that you can't prep for, because you can print shit off. You can write out directions, right? The thing you can't prep for is when you land somewhere, and like when I flew from Guatemala to Costa Rica, I missed Guatemala so much, and I just like knee-jerk was wanting to call one of my Guatemalan friends. It's like, I can't call him right now. And it wasn't like, yeah, I wanted to hear his voice, yeah, I wanted to talk to him, but it was mainly like, I don't want to deal with this fucking emotion. I don't want to fucking deal with this. So that also got me really, really good at having to breathe, settle, sit, and acknowledge the shit in my life, or the anxiety, or the weird moment, or anything. It's funny I do it, and I see other people do it. So if you're like at a bar and I don't know, someone says something that makes someone look a little angry, it's like they reach for their phone and start flipping through this. You know, it's just boom. It's our new instinct. It's our new mechanism of avoidance. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm really trying to face things head on, but I've noticed myself popping the people pills. And I feel myself getting a little weaker, just a little emotionally weaker. And it's like you train for a marathon, right? And you run your marathon and you kick ass, and then afterwards you're like, kicking back, right? And let's say while you're training for your marathon, you fucking ran to the grocery store, but now you're like, the marathon's over, I can drive to the grocery store. But I want to run to the grocery store every day, man. I want to run to that fucking grocery store. Yeah, I'm not running the marathon right now, but I love being marathon ready. I love that feeling. Another thing, maybe even more so than the people pills, popping the people pills, is following my instinct. Following my instinct. Knowing the difference between like what your because there are like two instincts, yeah? It's like, what's your real gut? Like you have one gut instinct that's like, ooh, yeah, this is fun, and another gut instinct like, I don't think so. But they're both right there. Oh, but I know which one. The thing is, you always know which one is the right one, right? But you're like, well, but this is something I also want to do, so I should. So getting back to listening to that gut, acknowledging that gut, and then acting on it. That's another thing. And it gets messy when it involves other people because you don't want to hurt other people's feelings, yeah? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. Well, on that, on that very pensive note, I didn't get to I didn't get to all the shit I want to talk about, which is great. I have lots of stuff to talk about. What time are we at? 15 minutes. Wow. Um, 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 yeah. So basically, that's what I have to say. I don't have time to rewatch all that shit. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Morals of the story: don't pop people pills. Rest, sit, acknowledge, dwell with that elephant fucking sitting on top of your face. And your gut has many voices. We often know which voice is the one we should be listening to, but it's just a matter of finding a healthy, kind way of conveying that voice to ourselves and to other people. That is the trick. How to not be a douchebag while being true to yourself. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to be a douchebag for a while. Anyway, this is me signing off. What did I say last time? I appreciate you. You are loved. You are appreciated, and eat gummy bears. That guy should eat gummy bears. Actually, don't eat gummy bears. What am I fucking talking about? That's just fucking high fructose corn syrup. Drink some kombucha. Yeah, that's something good for yourself. Or maybe cook some vegetables with coconut oil. This is getting weird. This is getting too weird for me. This is a very strange sign off. Okay, anyway, I love you and have a wonderful night. Bye.